Usually I will put this in quick hits. Usually I will put this on the beginning of the show because I want to show the Dusties. But this time, for whatever reason, I felt led to put it on the back of the show. All right. So there's this woman in Wayne County. Wayne County is in here in Michigan, Detroit. All right. And serving other cities outside Detroit also. But there's a woman that holds a leadership position in Wayne County. Okay. And she makes hundreds of thousands of dollars per year. I want to play this for you. And then you guys tell me whether or not certain women deserve to be in leadership or if they've just been playing chameleon the entire time. Check it out.
We begin tonight with that Wayne County government official and her husband now facing charges. Welcome to 7 News Detroit at 6. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Mike Duffy. Thank you for joining us tonight. 7 News Detroit has obtained the alarming surveillance video from inside a local gas station. It shows the official and her husband being arrested after an argument over a can of soda. That's according to police.
7 investigator Ross Jones is walking us through the hard-to-believe video and the charges the pair is now facing.
Thank you, sir.
It's just after midnight on New Year's Day at a BP gas station in Farmington Hills, where a man is seen buying a can of Mountain Dew. The man is Larry Bradford, the husband of Alicia Bradford, Wayne County's director of parks.
This is $1.99. Okay, I should have $8 penny change.
But Bradford's husband thinks he's being overcharged, but the clerk is adding tax to his $1.99 drink, which actually turns out to be a 10-cent bottle deposit fee. Before long, another customer standing behind Bradford begins to chime in, and tempers quickly flare.
There's no tax on pop.
There is now.
Huh?
I said there is now.
On groceries?
Well, he's got proof right there in the receipt.
Get in it. Ain't none of your business.
Well, you get out, man.
Who you talking to? You!
Quickly, the two begin fighting. At one point, Bradford can be seen using the can of Mountain Dew to strike the other customer. After a few seconds, Bradford leaves the store only to return with a loaded 9mm handgun pointed at the other customer.
Get the these! Say you sorry!
I apologize, sir.
Seconds.
So you walk out before we even get to her, okay? He get mad because it's a 10-cent bottle deposit here in Michigan. Meaning that whatever the cost of a Mountain Dew is, because it is a soda, it is a 10%. You can also bring the bottle back and get your 10 cent back after you drink it. There is a 10-cent bottle deposit. He gets mad at the clerk that's inside of the gas station. The man explains to him behind and say, hey, no, it's a 10-cent bottle deposit on it or whatever. He gets mad at the guy and say, hey, who you talking to? Mind your business. The guy said, I'm talking to you. What you talking about? They get into a scrap. He started hitting the guy with the Mountain Dew can. He leaves. All right. He leaves. He comes back with a pistol, tells the guy to get on his knees and start beating him up and hitting him while the guy is on his knees, forcing him to apologize. Okay. All right. Let's continue.
Later, Bradford's wife Alicia enters the store holding a gun of her own.
What happened?
We argued. He came at me.
What happened?
She has a gun in her hand. He got a gun in his hand. She got a gun in her hand. This is her husband with the hat on, with the dob on. She get out the car and come in with a pistol. Now, this is the director. The director of the Parks and Recreation Division of Wayne County. She get out the car, and yes, he has been waiting to pull that gun for a long time. You know, when people go out and get their gun and they gotta go, they couldn't wait to use it. They couldn't wait for an opportunity. They just itching for it. She gets out the car with her pistol and walks in the store and point a gun at him also. Listen to her. He's standing there like a fool. Because, see, let me tell you something. First of all, I wouldn't be in that position in the first place. Secondly, if that's my wife, what you doing getting out the car? The first thing I'm going to look at her and I'm going to say to her is, did I tell you to get out the car? Didn't I tell you to stay in the car? Because first of all, the guy was wrong in the first place. But secondly, now you double wrong because your chick is getting out the car and she pointing the gun at him too. Let's continue. Listen to what she say.
Say you sorry.
I apologize, sir.
Seconds later, Bradford's wife Alicia enters the store holding a gun of her own.
What happened?
We argued. You came at me.
What happened?
With her gun still in her hand, Alicia Bradford says she saw the man push her husband out of the store and asks if he tried to rob him.
I'm going to stand up and look for your
No,
face.
you're going to stay down there.
Girl,
You're going
I'm gonna look for my
to stay down there.
This is ridiculous.
You're going to attack you for what?
Because we argued.
What were you arguing about?
The price of pop.
What did that have to do with you?
I did it.
At one point, according to police, Bradford's husband can be heard threatening to kill the man.
I should kill you. Hey, I can do something to you.
Alicia Bradford would
To a married couple, when I say a lot of times that you are a reflection of the person that you attract and you're the reflection of the person that you marry to, it could never be more pronounced than in this case right here. Two angry, disheveled woman and man, one of them who's been able to. Now think about this for a second. This is a woman that has what, $175,000 job? Base salary, $175,000 job, getting paid by taxpayers that's in a leadership position. Can you imagine the type of chameleon-like vibes that she has to operate with on a daily basis inside of her position in order to maintain that job? Because I don't see nothing leadership quality in this position at all. There is nothing leadership about this woman at all. But if you go by what they show you, right? For example, she's been showing this type of behavior as far as not being leadership quality for a long time. Here's an example. All right, here's an example for you. Same woman back in 2019. Wayne County Parks Director's stepdaughter collected $10,000 in park contracts. Alicia Bradford served a 15-day unpaid suspension. That's all she got. Stealing money from taxpayers. Stepdaughter of Wayne County Parks Director received more than $10,000 in work from the department from her mother. Runs over an 18-month stretch. And it probably would have continued had they not caught her. You know what's so funny about this woman? Is as I started to research her because I wanted to know more about her, she's a part of a sorority. Yes, she is. She's been honored on Black History Month. She's looked at as a leader. But yet here she is, out of pocket with a gun on a man, don't even know what's going on. And her husband is saying, I should kill you inside of a gas station over a 10-cent pop. Does that tell you leadership? Does that spell leadership for you? Does that spell leadership for you?
call police, but when they arrived, it was Bradford and her husband who were both arrested. Later that day, the Oakland County prosecutor charged both with assault with a dangerous weapon and felony firearm. Wayne County Executive Warren Evans suspended Bradford without pay. It is not Bradford's first brush with controversy while working for the county.
Do you find it to be a conflict that your daughter was getting contracts from the department you oversee?
If it was conflict and it was disclosed, it was conflict, although I did not disclose it formally.
Back in 2019, we revealed how Bradford got into trouble after her stepdaughter collected more than $10,000 in county contracts from her own department. Bradford said she disclosed their relationship informally, but the county executive suspended her for 15 days.
There was an error on my part, and I encountered the repercussions from that.
Well, I did reach Alicia.
I can always spot a woman. I could tell by the way that a woman talks that she's unruly and she's not fit for leadership. Listen to her.
And I encountered the repercussions from that.
I can always tell. I can tell immediately whether or not a woman is fit for leadership or not. I can just tell by the way that they talk. Sassy, ashy, and ready to get that cash. Probably put in that position from diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Well, I did reach Alicia Bradford by phone yesterday. She declined comment on these charges, along with Wayne County Executive Warren Evans. Wayne County Commission Chairwoman Alicia Bell told me she was shocked to learn about the charges against Bradford and said the allegations against her are uncharacteristic, calling her professional and a hard worker.
Sister Cole gonna defend each other, ain't they?
Bradford and her husband received $50,000 personal bonds and are next due in court on January 13th. Obviously, we couldn't show you all the surveillance video. It is on our website right now at WXYZ.com. But just that escalated very quickly, just around 12:30 in the morning on New Year's Day, and it's tough to watch.
Thank goodness no weapons were fired, but oh, that is very.
You said, nah, her husband is in the wrong. They both in the wrong. So why do you want to remove responsibility from her because her husband was also out of pocket? CEO Tiff. CEO Tiff, why do you want to remove responsibility? Because she walked in with a pistol. She walked in with a pistol also. So that means that she's not also wrong. And you hold a position of leadership. Y'all do know that when you start to become more visible, you hold a position of leadership, that the stakes are higher, so you're supposed to move a little bit differently. You do know that, right? Like, I can't do some of the stuff that everybody else do because I understand that I'm in a position of leadership. You can't do what you want to do just because you want to do it. You can't walk around pulling pistols on people. You can't just go around getting into arguments with people. You got to learn how to de-escalate. You got to use your common sense. You got to pay attention to the fact that you're about to lose the bag for the family. You can't do what you want to do when you want to do it because you have more responsibility. I don't really understand why that's such a hard thing for people to figure out. I don't know, man. I don't know, dog. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know. I guess y'all cool with. Personally, I wouldn't even want my. I wouldn't want my girl in a position of leadership like that. I wouldn't want my girl in a position of leadership like that. Like, I wouldn't want her responsible for an entire congregation at a church. Why would I want her to be dealing with all of that foolishness? Why would I want that type of stress on the women in my life? Anything that a woman does, she got to do it up under me. If I'm responsible for it, she got to do it up under me. Because if there's ever, because I got to be paying attention to what you got going on. And if there's ever a situation where I feel like I need to step in, I'm going to step in. You need to be able to come to me with questions. You need to be able to make adjustments. I need to be able to sit you down. I need to be able to put you on timeout because you're too stressed or this is going on. And you know what? That don't even make sense for you right now. You need to be under my covering because I know what's best for you. If you ain't never had a man, if he been too scared to tell you that he knows what's best for you, if you ain't never had a man that tells you, you know what? No. We not doing that right now because I know what's best for you. I know what's best for you. Okay? Hey. And he just point. If you listen, I know you ain't never experienced that before in your life because everybody tiptoe around you as you think you big and bad, but I shut your stuff down. I shut you down ASAP. If you ain't never had a man that said, hey, I know what's best for you, sit down. You're doing too much. You don't know what that feels like. You so busy being tough and in your masculine energy for your entire life. I ain't about to be sitting here. I don't. Who you talking to? Just sit down, girl. Because, see, I could read you. I could tell when you're out of control. And sometimes we let you talk. We let you vent. We let you get off path. We let you go all, do all of that extra. And then at other times, because you know what you can get away with, too. And then at other times, hey, hold on. What's going on? If you ain't never had a dude sit you down, then you don't know what you're talking about. But if you just walking in and doing what you want to do with your size 12 shoes, walking in with pistols, I would be looking at you like, Where you get that from? I don't know. I guess we all different. I guess we all different. What you doing? Rita. What you doing? Okay. All right. See that? You see that? She stopped her Zoom meeting. Hey, what you doing? I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a second. I gotta go in. Come here. You on a Zoom meeting? What Zoom meeting? Okay, go ahead. Soft spoken, not loud, tiptoeing throughout the house, chilling, having a good time, and enjoying herself. You don't need to be out here in these streets. You don't need to be out here in these streets. You need to sit down and relax. Sit down and relax. Not doing all of that. Not going back and forth with you. I keep hearing your chick all in the background, every in the back room. I can't believe he said that. I gotta tell your chick to shut up. Tell her to shut up. You bet. Listen, you got 2 ears and one mouth for a reason. You better when we don't hear you. Women are all right. I ain't gonna get into that. We gonna get into that tonight on After Hours. All right. We gonna get into that on After Hours tonight. Okay. Women are much better being seen and not heard. I told y'all on the video yesterday that guys that got some sort of masculinity about them or some resources about them, we not interested in hearing from y'all all day. We want to see you. We don't want to hear you all day. Women are much more enjoyable being seen and not heard.